Okay, hey everyone. So today I'm going to be playing a deck. I'm going to be playing Chronojet against a random person here. This one includes some new cards from Booster 6. Hopefully I get kind of lucky, but so far seems pretty good. My starting hand here is actually not so bad. So yeah, anyways, my opponent let me go first. There's nothing else I have to do or I can do here. Apparently my opponent's also playing a stride deck. This may be an interesting fight here. So riding into knees, that's going to be no guard. A critical, of course, as usual. So 1 damage, 2 damage. Nice, that's a good one. Kind of unfortunate, of course, and I draw another draw trigger, exactly what I wanted to see. Discard, then Energy Blast 3 for effect, and I'm going to draw 1. Okay, so my opponent has no rear guards. I will do this guy. Effect, I will Soul Charge 1. Of course, there's a critical, plus 5,000 power, and nothing from Soul, no effect. So call. Okay. Let's go battle phase. Oh, maybe I could have called grade 1. Anyways, plus 5,000, and let's go 28 Vanguard. Probably I could have attacked with Vanguard first. Yeah, okay. To Soul, and I draw 1. Nice. Plus 5, 23. Yeah, I should have gone with Vanguard first. Okay, 1 damage anyways. So this goes to Soul, and I draw 1. Okay, end my turn. Yeah, I had to put a lot of effort to get those 2 damage, but still seems pretty okay so far. Now, since my opponent let me go first, actually, I can still have some plays here. Okay, what's gonna happen? You're gonna call something on the back row? No calls. Okay, nice. So, I think I will guard that one. No trigger, nice. 16. Yeah, no guard. Oh, there's the Nocturcio. I kind of wanted that one. Okay. Effect, it goes to hand. Nice. So, right face, discard. I ride. Effect, Soul Blast itself. And I will search my deck for grade 3 and add to my hand. So, I'll add this guy. Okay, now let's go for another Ford. Effect, Soul Charge 1, plus 5. And Counter Blast, I will call an Ophidia from Soul. And then I have 5 cards in Soul, so I can actually continue this. Let's go with another Ophidia and activate effect. Soul Charge 1 and call from Soul. I think I can call another Ophidia, actually. There we go. So, battle phase. I think I will go power plus 5, 23 Vanguard. Okay, Soul, and I draw 1. Then power plus 5, 26 Vanguard. No guard. Okay, first check, a heal trigger. Power here, and I do heal 1 damage. Second check, PG. Actually, not so bad. To Soul, and I draw 1. And power plus 5, 38 Vanguard. Nice. This goes to my Soul again. And I draw one more. Okay, and I have another cage just in case. Nice. So far, so good, actually. I can stride, and do I have any... Yeah, and I have a clockwise for my next turn, in case I want to use Chronojet for striding. Good. Looking good so far, actually. Pretty good position. My opponent's 4 damage, I'm at 2. Opponent stride here. Okay, so this one is going to be on attack. Called something from deck. That's Luard skill for now. When placed on rear guard, look at top cards of deck and call one to rear guard. Okay. Draw 2 cards, sure, and call them to rear guard. Nice. Battle phase. Let's see what's gonna happen here. 18 to Vanguard. I guess I'm going to guard that one. 28, that's no guard. Oh, effect, yeah, right. Okay, so the grade 1 goes back to hand, and it's going to call the grade 3. Sure. Well, anyways, did you flip? No, okay, there we go. Flip. So yeah, no guard. First check, second check, third check, a heal trigger. Okay, not so bad. PG. Sure. $28. I think I will guard that one. Effect. Energy Blast 3. And I will draw one. 33. I think I wanna guard. Should I intercept? Yeah. Like this. And goes back to hand. 13 cards in hand. That's a pretty good number. Okay, my turn. I draw. Let's discard Chronojet to stride. Let's stride into Fade Rider. Chronojet's effect. Counterblast 1. And she goes bottom deck. Maple. Okay, then from my drop zone, I will be using clockwise effect, and Chronojet goes back to my hand. Nice. Then I think I'm going to use Cage. So I'm going to Soul Charge 1, and I will call something from my soul. So I think I have to call GG actually. Plus 5,000 power. Yeah. Then GG's effect. I will Soul Blast 2. Let's Soul Blast this one and this one, and I draw one, and also plus 5 because she was called with a card ability. And then I think I'm going to do should I? Yeah, let's go here, and let me check something. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 so far. Only 3 Fidia. Let's go battle phase. Yeah, I want to keep one for later. So plus 5. Vanguard. Okay, so this goes to bottom deck, and I will search my deck for grade 1. I think, yeah, I can only call Fidia here. And then, yeah, this is actually kind of annoying because my grade 3s are already out. I think I want to do GG, this line, Vanguard. $28 to Rivaltis. Sorry, to Luard. This kind of a wasted attack too, in a way. Okay. Okay. So then Vanguard. Sure. Plus 5, 41 skill, counter blast 1, bottom deck, and I will call grade 2 again. I will call this guy, and plus 5, and my G-Zone, I'm going to flip this guy. So 46. And shuffle. Just in case. Okay, PG, sure. What's the discard? I see. Okay, so first check, critical. Power here, critical here. Second check, third check, critical. Everything here. Effect, soul, and I draw 1. And finally, plus 5,045, triple critical. Oh, there's the overtrigger. Nice. Okay, so deck. I will call another grade 1. I think this time I'm going to be calling GG. Probably back here anyways. Deck shuffle, effect. Soul Blast 2, 1, 2, and I draw 1. Okay, end of my turn. Well, that was okay actually, not so bad. I suppose this is going to be an interesting next turn. Now, probably my opponent's going to do the second one, Luard. Drag Strider, I think that's the name. Drag Strider, yes, there it is. So I cannot guard this one with grade 1s or greater from hand. I can only call my triggers basically. And this is going to be actually pretty strong. Now, good thing overtrigger is gone, so that's actually pretty good. I think I can actually survive this one. $25. 25. I think. Thinking. Nah, let's take it. I have to no guard. I have to guard this one actually. So yeah. $46. Okay. Retire. Sure. 56. Okay, so and drive plus 1, right? For drive. So 13, 30, 43. Okay, so 43, 58, 68. Okay, so let's do 30, 43, 58, 68. That's 56. No, that's not one to pass. 30, 43, 58 to pass. Okay, so go. Yeah, this is going to absolutely gonna hit. First check, second check, third check. Oh wow, that was actually very scary. 33. I kind of have to complete guard this one. Let's go with Rivaltis. Maybe discard. Yeah, this is okay. My opponent's at 3 damage though, so still pretty good. Okay, this is pretty intense actually. 8 hand. What can I do? My opponent checked 2 PGs as well. A heal trigger, nice, just what I wanted to see. Okay, so let's use this guy to stride into next stage. I think next stage is probably the move here. Should I do that guy? No jet effect. Okay, so let's go with this guy. Reveal. So jet goes back to my hand. Then I will do Rivaltis effect. Soul charge 1, and I will. Let me check my soul here. You can probably call Vidya or GG. I can do GG actually. Yeah, I think GG is the best. Counter blast 1. Soul list I will call GG. Plus this guy is going to get plus 5 power, and then reveal plus 5 and soul blast 2. 1, 2, and I draw 1. Okay, that's fine. Battle phase, I suppose. So let's go 38 Vanguard. Yeah, there's the PG. That's the second one I see, I think. Okay, so Morfesa. First check, nothing. Second check, nothing. Third check, over trigger, nice. I will give everything here, I suppose. I really need my Chronojet to hit. Reveal, counter blast. Discard 1, 2, and back to G-Zone. Okay, so plus 5, critical. OT. Yeah, the over trigger gives the critical actually. So it's 30. so it's 13, 23, 28. And wait, one sec. Let me check. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Vanguard. +5. No grade 1. Oh, okay. First check. And critical trigger. Nice. Let's give the power here and critical Vanguard. 1, 2, 3. GG. Thanks. Okay, that's game. Actually, that went pretty good. So yeah, I've been testing this new kind of build in a way. And so let's go back to the deck editor here. Honestly, out of the new support, I don't think it's super necessary. I've been trying the new Glimmer Breath. They are fine sometimes, but honestly, you can probably use Falcracia as well, since Glimmer Breath doesn't really have the new skill, the old skill to return something from opponent back to deck. I think its use is not so big, actually. But it's there. The 10,000 power is pretty good once you get the Generation Break 3. But honestly, the best card here is Firia. Firia gives this deck such a good advantage in early game. Actually, I'd say this is probably one of the best additions to this deck now. Also, I've been trying with the Cage of Fury Star. So even though it's more grade 3s in the deck, actually you can turn this into more Firias. And Firia, because you played an order this turn to call her from Soul, she gets extra 5,000 power, so it's an 18,000 booster. And you can use her independently on how many cards opponent has in their field. That's actually very, very strong and very useful. I definitely recommend this card. I was trying this today at locals, and it really works super, super well. Now, I didn't try, of course, the Glimmer Breath because what is not released. It releases next week. But yeah, actually, I think Falcracia it's also pretty good. And the last card is the Chronos Command. I think this card is pretty neat. It combos very well with Firia, but I think Chronos Command is only useful if your opponent has full field and you really have to get rid of it. Otherwise, it's a little bit, I would say, so far, early impressions seems a little bit mid. Why? Because the best combo is with Upstream Dragon. So basically, you do Chronos Command, then when you attack with Upstream Dragon, you can call your grade 1, and with the effect of Chronos Command, you can call a grade 3 as well. So you can just call another standing line. Also, you can call another GG, for example, and GG will get extra 5,000 power. But Firia, I think normally it's a little bit more useful because she goes to Soul. Now, Upstream Dragon, I'm playing 3 off. But I think it's already very consistent at 3. It's really not so necessary after the Fade Rider turn. And so yeah, another issue with the Chronos Command is that if you use this combo, which is probably the best combo this deck has, with Chronos Command, of course, there's nothing really to call. You have only Nocturcio and Chronojet, and they don't gain any extra power. You can probably try to play Valif, this guy, and if something is put in the deck during any turn, any player's card, this guy will get an extra 10,000 power. So yeah, maybe I can try to substitute for Nocturcio, but Nocturcio is also very useful for this card on grade 3 turn, like when you're riding to your grade 3, and you can just bounce it back with Clockwise and then use it for Stride, and that's just 2 draws. This Valif only works when striding. It's okay, but yeah, maybe another issue with the Chronos Command is Generation Break 3. So by the end, but by that point, your deck is already very thin, so nothing is actually guaranteeing that you will have at least one of them in your deck. So yeah, so far I think 4 grade 3s is okay, 2 Chronojets and 2 Nocturcios for your striding, 2 Chronojets to make sure you can stride into next stage, 2 Nocturcios for early game, or at least first stride. I think that's already not considered early game. And at least these other 2 Furious Stars, because they are just very useful into calling your Furias and filling your soul anyways. And also I'm playing the Radiant Scaliburn. I had it in my hand, but I didn't actually need last game. But the drawing 2 or countercharging 1 is actually very, very useful. I'm also playing only one Jewel Beast Amethyst. If you really need, you can call it with the Upstream Dragon, because you don't have to call from hand. It's actually just from anywhere. So you can just search and call, and then countercharge 1. Or also, if you need it, you can just use for guarding. The only problem is it's going to remove a total of 2 cards from your soul, or drop from right deck to use the effect. So it's very strong, but 1 is enough because you don't persona ride, so you can only use it 1 time. But still, you can just call him and use effect, and then just put it back into deck and use it to guard. However, if you use the first effect, you cannot use the second one. So yeah, this is basically the deck itself. So card by card, this is just Chronojet, 2 of them. It's very useful. Always try to have at least 1 in hand. Nocturcio, this is your main search target for Smoke Gear Dragon. So you can stride. If you have it on early game, it's also pretty good because you can just discard, and if you ride for grade 3, you can draw 1 card. So yeah, it works on stride or grade 3 ride. Then I'm playing 3 upstream dragons. It's the very important card in this deck, but I'm playing 3 because actually this deck is very consistent at finding it. So yeah, 3 is okay. 4 is probably also fine, but I noticed 3, it's actually kind of better because it's Generation Break 1, so it's not going to be activatable until very late game. Then you have, here I have 4 Discard. Discard is very important for this deck. You can use her for guarding and drawing your other pieces or more shield, or you can use her for riding. Also very, very useful. Energy Blast or Counter Blast. The second effect is not super useful because, well, you don't know Persona Ride in this deck, so you cannot activate it. Then we have the Ford and Rivaltis, as you saw in my gameplay. This card is the MVP for early game, together with Vidya. Basically, you can just call, and just the on-call gets 5,000 power if, when you soul charge. And then you can choose to counterblast 1, and if you do, you can either call something from soul or retire an opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guard. So this is actually very amazing. So as you saw, you can just call Vidya and on turn 1 and boost with her to your Vanguard, put in soul, and then you can call Ford and then call Vidya back, and she will get the extra 5,000 power on boost, and Ford another 5,000 power on call. The only thing to consider here is this guy only works from hand, so yeah, you cannot just cheat it out with Fate Rider or Chronos Command. Then Glimmer Breath Dragon, I think this card is, again, as I said, it's fine. I don't really like the Counterblast 1 and draw 1, because it feels kind of like not so good, a little bit too expensive for what it does. And also, if my Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it gets extra 5,000 power. Yeah, it's kind of made, actually. The second effect actually is pretty good, though. When this unit attacks, this unit will get extra 10,000 power until the end of the battle. In total, this basically will become a 15,000 if you pay the counterblast. But yeah, I'm still experimenting with it. It seems okay, but I really, really miss the bottom deck something, and that would be a game changer, definitely. PGs, I'm playing Arlim, of course, and one of the Elementarias. Then I'm playing 3 GG. Now I cut GG to 3 because I'm playing Vidya. could probably play 2 instead and play some other card. Maybe I can put another value here. But actually, as you saw in my game, all of them were basically out of my deck except for 1. So yeah, having 3, I think it's a pretty good number, and you will never have, you will never miss any soul. So it's okay. Phidia goes back into soul, so actually you can just cheat the cost for her with Phidia. And if you have the chance, you can just call Phidia again and just use her again. So actually, this deck doesn't really have any issues with soul charging. And also, I don't really soul charge that much. Most of the time, I'm putting my cards from directly from my field, right, with this guy, girl. Then the Amethyst, I think this card is just amazing. 1-off, of course. But it's very useful for counter-charging or guarding, depending on situation. For Phidia, as you saw on the gameplay, this card is just MVP as well, together with Ford. I'd say 4-off is definitely the correct play. Sometimes you will be stuck without using her, because your opponent has to have 1 or less cards in their field, the rear guards, I mean, or you have to play an order. So yeah, you have to be a little bit conservative on when to play these orders, and if your opponent has cards or not in their field. So, but yeah, because I'm playing here 3 normal orders, most of the time her effect is live. I'm trying to keep at least 1 of them in my hand so I can use her at any time. Or if I see my opponent doesn't have enough field and I can use her effect as well, then perfect. Then I'm using 2 Clockwise Dragon here. I'm using only 2 because effect is a little bit expensive, to be honest. But it's very useful to discard during your right turn, during your next stage turn. You can also probably discard it during your stride phase. If you have nothing else to discard, you can discard this guy and another grade 2, for example, and just return the grade 2. And yeah, it works also from field. So if you ever call it during your early game and your opponent kills him with for whatever reason, you can still use it. Or if it's not killed, you can also still use it from field. So yeah, maybe you can discard this guard and then recycle. You can discard Nocturcio right into your Chronojet, then remove this guy and take back Nocturcio and then use it again to stride. So yeah, this is why this combo is actually very, very strong. But I'm using only 2 because I think that's more than enough. The Cage of Furious Star, I think, is also a very, very good card, especially because Phidia goes into Soul, so you can just call her back again. And also, if you get your GGs into Soul, or if you get any of your important cards into your Soul, you can just call them. And they get extra 5,000 power, and actually you get the Soul, so you don't actually lose any Soul. And if you call the Phidia, she will be active anyways, immediately. Also, if you call Gigi, because Gigi says if it was called by your card ability, you can use her effect. So you can call this one. You can use this one and call Gigi. Gigi's effect will Soul Blast 2, get extra 5,000 power and also 5,000 power. So this is again an 18,000 booster with a draw 1. Radiant Caliburn is my Regalis piece here. I was thinking maybe I can use probably a defensive one, but maybe it's okay for now, especially because I'm using Phidia. If it was the previous build, probably I would be using the Twincast, for example. Just in case, I'm gonna show it here, the Protection Twincast. This one is very good. You can use it twice, actually. One for guarding with 10,000 power and one for guarding from drop zone with another maybe 15 or 20,000 power. So yeah, depending on the grade of your of your Vanguard, right? If you're playing a grade, in this case, it's just extra 15,000 power. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As for triggers, I'm just using the over triggers for Dark States. As you saw, actually I was able to activate it this turn pretty effectively, and because of that I actually won. So yeah, especially on Chronojet turn, it's just devastating. Sorry, Chronojet on next stage turn. Then we have the Riley. It's just 3 draw triggers here. This deck already draws a lot, so I'm actually thinking maybe I can use the front trigger instead. But I'm still kind of hesitant of changing this card because sometimes defensive draw is also very useful. I never get it, but when I get it, it feels good. And 8 critical triggers, just a standard. You can use any critical you want. Actually, I never use the criticals effect, but I think it's looking very into the theme. And finally, 4 heal triggers. You can also use whichever heal trigger you want, depending on the meta, but actually these ones are fine for now, at least for me. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much for this deck profile and for this deck fight. I hope you guys enjoyed, and feel free to leave your comment and subscribe, follow, share if you feel interested. Also, we have a Discord server as well, so if you want, feel free to join us on Discord anytime. You can find the link in the description below. Yeah, I'm also streaming on Twitch on weekdays, so if you want to have a game, feel free to also join me at any moment. Anyways, have an amazing day and see you around. Bye bye.